VinceTheProducer. Today we're going to talk to you about pretty much music distribution. I'm going to let you guys into the business of it, help you guys understand it a little bit more. I'm going to help you understand like who is the players when it comes to music distribution and what's going on behind the scenes with the record labels. Alright, so pretty much there's different types of distribution companies. You're gonna have major label distribution companies. It's gonna be independent music distribution companies. You're gonna have like something called rack jobbers and so forth. There's gonna be a couple of them we're gonna talk about. The first one we're gonna start off with is gonna be called major label distribution companies. All right. So major label distribution companies, what these guys do is pretty much to help you get your music out within a 24-hour period to most or every retail outlet that exists. So pretty much what they'll be doing is once your music gets supplied to them, or once they get your music, they'll be able to have your music out there in by like a wholesale. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much they're gonna get your music out there by the bundles. It's gonna be out. It's gonna be in large volume. All right. So usually, these guys partner up with big, major labels as well. So, for example, you may see them partner up with Sony, Bad Boy, Columbia, all these type of companies. And what these companies tend to do is help you get your music out within a 24-hour block period into several or many, or matter of fact, most or all retail outlets, right? So if you're planning to get your music out there in large volumes, nationwide or possibly international, they may be the right fit for you, right? All right, so major independent distribution companies. The similarity between those companies and major label distribution companies is that they help get your music out there within a 24-hour block period to all or most retail outlets. However, the difference is that, to get a contract with these guys, you gotta focus on your marketing. Try to get yourself pushed out a lot, or make sure the record label, US record label, pushing the artists a lot, and have a strong marketing push behind your material that you're trying to sell, right? Usually, the documents they look for is SoundScan. They go through SoundScan and try to see your sales history. So if you do intend to work with these people, try to make sure that you have like an impressive sales record, right? So some examples of these companies are Koch, ADA, and etc. So just look them up if you're interested in working with them, right? But just know that they're a little bit harder to work with because they want to make sure that you have an impressive sales history. Independent distributors. All right, so what these companies do, they pretty much play the role of a middleman. What they do is they focus on a specific genre. So they seek out artists of a specific genre to work with, and as a result, sales tend to tend to happen. And not only that, but independent record labels love working with these people or these companies because they get lots of attention instead of having their songs buried in like 1,000 of songs, other titles and stuff like that. They get more attention. Not only that, but they may take a bigger cut on the sales because they have a middleman involved. We're playing a role between the larger distribution companies, and them. But this is one way, or has been a successful way for most record labels, independent record labels, to get involved with distribution before getting involved with major independent distribution companies or major label distribution companies. They tend to work with independent distributors to get their sales up to the impressive levels that they're seeking, right? So, yeah, so if you're trying to get your sales up, you might want to use those companies as a stepping stone. You're going to get some attention and also, get your sales up, right? All right, so one-stop distribution companies. These are more like, regional distribution companies. They work more on a smaller scale of things. They believe it or not, people are still seeking their help, and it's still successful to some degree. What they tend to do is, help you out on a smaller scale, like moms and pop stores and stuff like that. Pretty much some examples of them are Southwest, Music Network, Arrow, Central. Just look them up. It's not much to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You guys should pretty much get the gist from now. Last but not least, rack jobbers. Rack jobbers are, another distribution partner you may end up working with. What they tend to do is, get your music placed in shelves, like in Walmart, Kmart, places like that. Now, the relationship they have with Walmart and Kmart usually is that they'll come into the stores, they work with management, they'll pay a fee to management for renting out shelf space, or you can think about it that way. So for instance, they'll tell the manager, if we make a certain amount, then we'll pay you a little bit more, based on the percentage of sales we'll make. And not only that, but rack jobbers, they usually keep 100% of the sales. And any fees that they gotta pay, they gotta pay directly to the managers and stuff like that, to those companies and so forth. But so that's it for our conversation about music distribution. I guess part one, we're gonna be doing more of these as we go through the future. So just look into that. The website is www.thestu.org. To subscribe, get into it right now. If you want more information about the music business, send me an email at VinceTheProducer@thestu.org, and I'll be sure to get in contact with you. All right, peace.